Okay, we are here with Hawaii head coach Charlie Wade and student athletes Adrian Ward and Kurt Nooster after a 3-1 win in the semifinals of the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. First, coach, just an opening statement about tonight's match.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Offensive numbers for both teams were down early, and I think that, there's some really good serving, and teams at this time, we've played each other 3 times and have a really good idea on how to defend. So the offensive numbers go down a little bit, and we were just good enough. I think still the air percentage for us is not where we'd like it to be, but it was, sometimes it's where those airs come. And, tonight we were able to be good enough at the end to win 3 sets and came out with a pretty significant win.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open it up to questions from the media. Please state your name and organization before asking your question.
All right, Billy Hull with the Star Advertiser. Coach, you mentioned that it was kind of, herky-jerky there in the first couple sets, but can you talk about those last 10 points where I think each team sided out 5 times each to end the match? It seemed like with the match on the line, both teams kind of played almost perfect volleyball to kind of finish it out.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. Everybody's, like I said, at that point, the setters are doing a nice job going to their main guys, and it was pretty high-level stuff for sure.
And then Adrian, I think I got you with 8 kills in the 4th set, but what were you kind of feeling out there? You guys are up 2-1. You knew you had a chance to close it out, but just kind of what were you feeling in that 4th set, and how would you describe the way you closed it out?
I think when you in this team, you have some seniors like Kurt, Paul, and stuff to put so much work in practice in games, and you just want them to be able to play more games, and that's really what make me feel and going for it. We want to play more, so we gotta win tonight. And yeah, it's my first tournament here, first Outrigger Big West, and I really want to show what I can do.
Tristan Baptiste, Guava Press Media. Just want to get your thoughts on just the crowd attendance was obviously big tonight. You guys go on a 6-2 run in the 3rd. Your thoughts on that and your all-time winning as head coach. What does that feel like?
You're asking me. Which one? The first one, obviously the crowd's been amazing all year, and it is certainly the wind in our sails so many times. And I think it's, we're so appreciative, and it's also the motivation for these guys to work hard in the off season, to let them know, having 7,000 plus doesn't really help you block any balls, but it helps you get out of bed and, in the fall and over the summer and put the work in to really become the best you can. That, we want to make them proud and want to put a product out there that they can be proud of. The winning thing, like I said, I'm humbled to have the opportunity to represent this university and to represent the state and to coach these young men. The University of Hawaii athletics, University of Hawaii volleyball has been, iconic in the sport forever. It's why I came here, 30 years ago, and I'm fortunate enough to lead this program. And I think when it's all said and done, I'll look back at the numbers, but right now we got a significant win tonight, and really want another one tomorrow.
In terms of performances, Louis set a career high in blocks. Kurt and Adrian, have you been, Kurt, have you been helping Louis get better at the blocks, or what have you seen in practice from him that's really translated on the court tonight?
Louis, I feel like Louis always been a pretty good blocker.
You guys always are asking about the blocking when it's and I've said from the beginning of the year, we play teams that don't spike very much. There's not that many blocking. These people, when we're playing teams that are big and hitting the ball hard, you got more opportunities to block. And, and again, some of it is more what they're going to do, right? This is, find number 20, get in front of them. Don't be surprised. You're going to block a lot of balls. But we block more balls against teams that jump and hit more frequently, for sure. And while we're complimenting Adrian on his performance, did you see the serving line from him tonight? Almost 94% in bounds with 1 air for the whole thing. That is progress. That's something that we've been working on a lot, and really has an opportunity to make him an elite level player. The best professionals in the world are so reliable from the service line, and tonight he clearly was that.
Kurt, what are some of your emotions heading into tomorrow, knowing that I got one last match at the stand.
I'm really grateful. I'm really excited. I really want to finish my career here on a win at home. But more than anything, just want to put our team in a chance to make it to the tournament, and the only way we guarantee that is by winning tomorrow. Personal feelings and emotions aside, that's going to be the biggest priority. So, going to leave it all out there, obviously, and try my best. But yeah, just focused on making the tournament.
Calchin and Hawaii is now talking about tomorrow, obviously a team that you guys are fairly familiar with. Talk about that and looking ahead to tomorrow's matchup. It's for all three of you guys.
As you just said, we're playing for qualification for the tournament, and that's been our goal all season. And it's good that we have the chance to control it by playing the game. And also what I said before, one of the last game at home for some guys on the team, we want to let a good game, good image for them.
I think beyond the tactical stuff, we've seen so many guys on our team that are coming in and making an impact. At different positions. I got to shout out our serving subs. They're balling from the service line. Kai Taylor, 2 aces today. I think Kai Noah's serving inbounds at 95% on the season. They're really reliable in the position in big games. And, Finn, we're moving him around a ton. We got Clay coming in. Louis, Ofek has been a huge asset. So just knowing that we're willing to do whatever and have whoever we need to play in whatever position we need them to play, just goes to show how dedicated we are to finding a way to win.
Brian McKenna, Spectrum News Hawaii, for our coach. Do you think you guys and Long Beach have pretty much assured yourselves a spot at this point? And also for Irvine's case, do you think they have any shot at the other at-large?
Yeah, I don't get much into reading the tea leaves and that kind of stuff. I've said from the jump. I know Hawaii and Long Beach both have an opportunity to win the league championship tomorrow, and the league winner gets an automatic berth. I've been in this match and won and got left out. So that was 2018, and we beat Irvine. We had the 2-1. So for me, like I said, there's a match tomorrow to qualify for the NCAA tournament. I said to the guys, we've been saying all year, we said in the locker room before we went out, we got to be in it and we got to win it to make sure we're in. Tonight, we're going to go out there and we're going to put ourselves in that match. We did that tonight. Tomorrow, we got a chance to close the deal.
Michael Escaro, Hawaii Sports Radio Network. Adrian, you got a career high in kills, 18, I think, career in points too with 21.5. You mentioned it, Big West tournament, you want to elevate your game. Was there anything different in your approach this week, or whether it be routine or mental, anything for you that was different?
For sure. Actually, my family from France flew out to Hawaii, so I've been around them all week. So it really helped me free my mind, and it's been a year I didn't see them. So obviously, it made me feel great, and I don't know, just be glad to see them, and I wanted to show them how I play here. So
And then a question for Kurt and Coach. I thought the middles were really key in this match. I think the middles of Kurt and JT, you guys were 4 for 4 combined to start the match. And then in that third set, I think JT and Kurt had back-to-back kills to make it 9-6. And then JT had another kill to go 17-11. And that seems like that kind of was really big in a pivotal third set. So I guess talk about the middle production.
Yeah, it clearly was something that in the break between second and third set, it's we have to receive serve better so we can run middle bick, and we were running it. You start running the middle like that, and then they start popping with it, and then we run the bick over the top of it. It's pretty kind of volley 101. Start off how they're defending it. They're in a read. We're going to run the middle and bang, 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 and then they start popping. And you start running the bick over it, like I said. So. But it all has to do with the passing and the setting first for us to be able to do that. And that's why you see good teams do it. When you're receiving serve, it's a big advantage. I do want to, Brian, to your question a little bit too, I think it is worth mentioning that and again, I'm not really into all the criteria. You know, my son's into it and reading this stuff. I will say this: Hawaii, Long Beach, and Irvine have been 3 of the top 4 teams the entire year. So if there ever was a case where you could look at 2 teams from one league getting both at larges, I think we're in that situation right now. Irvine clearly has been one of the top teams, got significant wins. They're one of only 2 teams to beat Long Beach, who literally has been the best team all year. You know, to have 3 teams the entire year, it's not like one of us came out of the blue. We've been there the entire year. So when the committee goes to make a decision, I think that's pretty significant. Like Long Beach, Hawaii, Irvine have been 3 of the top 4 teams the entire year. You know, the rest of the metrics and everything into it will play themselves out, but we weren't sneaking up on anybody. Everybody knew that we had 3 of the best teams and clearly the best league. You saw what was going on last night, where the you know, every match goes 5, and it's really, really high level this year in the league.
Last question.
And with all the success, just with the Hawaii volleyball program, obviously the Big West has been a phenomenal program just for Hawaii itself. When you look at this year, how special and how important, you know, is just this year in the Big West and how it continues to just generate a lot of attraction.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, like there was one weekend I know when Long Beach and Irvine were playing. Like I forget who we had at home that weekend, but we had a big crowd. Like there was one night where like those matches were more than like the entire rest of the country combined. You know, the attendance. So volleyball's a big deal in this conference. You know, men's volleyball. You know, it is gnarly. You see the teams losing on the road, losing at home, you know, every single week. It's not a surprise. It might look like an upset on the thing, but, you know, there's really good players across the board, really good coaches, and the Big West clearly is the preeminent league in men's collegiate volleyball.
Hawaii advances to play Long Beach State tomorrow at 7 p.m. Hawaii time, 10 p.m. Pacific. Best of luck and congratulations on tonight's match.
Thank you.
Thank you.